Yo, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're going to be looking at more Canada news. Mark Carney, Canada's new Prime Minister, says he's coming for American social media platforms that have too much free speech. Trump and Vance push back on the UK's and Germany's for their censorship plans. Will they push back against Carney's next week? I mean, someone in the UK did get arrested for posting a meme, and we all know how Canada wants to lock you up if you post stuff online that they don't agree with. Let's listen to what Carney says about this then.
Large American online platforms have become seas of racism, misogyny, anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, and hate in all its forms. And they're being used by criminals to harm our children. My government will act. And today we're announcing our plan to fight crime, to protect Canadians, and to build communities that are safe, secure, and strong. A plan to make Canada secure, to make Canada strong. Large American online platforms have become seas of racism, misogyny, anti-Semitism,
So
Islamophobia.
first of all, he mentioned nothing about crime when he was on his campaign, and Polyev was actually extremely good about mentioning crime. So his plan to stop the crime is to censor American news outlets. What's Polyev's plan is jail or no bail for repeat violent offenders. We will lock up the worst violent offenders longer. No, yeah, we will lock up the worst violent offenders longer and make sure they're not released as long as they pose danger to our society. And I would like to say show you something that's kind of sad. I watched MCGA on how this election could have been stolen. And as we can see, look where my mouse is, there was an X next to the Liberals, and it seemed to be something rubbed down next to the Conservatives, so we're not sure. But the woman that got this ballot reported it to Elections Canada, and they said, oh, they were looking into it or something. But also in this video, there was this man who, I think he was just working with Elections Canada in one of the polling stations, and many people asked him if he could if they could bring pens to do their crosses, and he said yes. And then when he was counting all the ballots, about 80% of them didn't have any pens. So I would like to think this election was fair and square, but who knows? Who knows? But we are sure the next time it will be too big to rig. Very. I mean, Mark, I can't believe people voted for a tax
But
dodger.
here
He is a tax dodger. Um, and we thank Damien Couric to resign so Podiev can run in Battle River Crawford, and all these liberals are saying, "Oh no, you can't do that! Oh no, no!" They're saying people live needs to run in Alberta, region that consistently runs 80% conservative, is actually pathetic. I said this in the last video. Mark Carney running the pun, I think it was, which is 80% liberal. So these people are just stupid. Yeah. Um. Yeah, this guy's one for give him a massive follow. Mark Carney says he prioritizes for his new government. Here's 5 things. Literally, probably going to be about climate change and stuff. Yeah, I've no idea. A new cabinet, building up Canada's resistance. He was just talking about. This is something interesting to talk to you about, folks. He's going on about how America's putting unjustified tariffs, which Polyev has too, and I agree. Trump is putting unjustified tariffs, and that is wrong. Carney never once mentioned the tariffs China has put on. Maybe it's something to do with him having secret meetings with pro-Beijing groups, or one of his candidates wanting to put a bounty on a conservative MP and send him to China to get killed. Maybe it's something like that. All we know is liberals love China's dictatorship, so does the PPC. There's only one party that will fix Canada. That's the Conservative Party of Canada. Now let's bring it home. Thank you very much, everyone. Remember to like, subscribe, and share.